and what seemed right. And I was very fortunate to be teamed with some very talented designers early on. My first project with Steve Sendrum resulted in a one-show gold pencil. By the time I moved into management, I had made design an important part of the creative process. Over time, I gradually did away with advertising art directors altogether, for reasons that will become obvious in Designers versus Advertising Art Directors and Art Directors Don't Anymore, and opted to work only with smart, strategic designers. This decision, despite having provoked some head-scratching among my advertising peers, has resulted in the most rewarding and creatively satisfying period of my career. I have some very talented designers to thank for this, and Designers Don't Read is one small way of doing just that. Every design firm sounds exactly the same. 3.5 minutes. I finally figured out what was bothering me. Every design studio in America speaks with exactly the same voice. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an overstatement, but it's almost true. Try this. Write down a list of any 5 design firms, and then go to their websites. That exercise alone should bring you pretty close to seeing my point. Everyone has the obligatory clients, people, process, philosophy, studio, contact, and my personal favorite, news. But do what I just did, and output the philosophy bits. If you look at them with fresh eyes, you'll notice that the words themselves don't vary much from firm to firm, and the voice absolutely never varies. Oh, some sites are more wittily written than others, some are more flip or irreverent, and some come across as pedantic, treating visitors as if they are complete novices when it comes to branding and design. Maybe these firms assume that the only people visiting their sites are first-year design students. But the voice of the copy, even for otherwise sophisticated design practices, comes from the exact same place, with the exact same tone, to, presumably, the exact same audience. I refer to it as the infomercial voice, because it basically parallels a pitchman on late-night television who seems to be engaging only one audience: the potential immediate shopper, people who certainly will be so impressed by all the features of this amazing product that they will naturally want to call the number on the screen right now and order. But wait, there's more. This approach is known in sales circles as the assumptive close. And I don't know about you, but when a salesman uses that tactic with me, my immediate reaction is flight. I'm usually out of there in a hurry. But that's how most design firm sites talk to people, as though every visitor is a qualified client. And once all of the wonderful features of the firm have been enumerated, that client is going to want to call or click contact and start working with the firm immediately. In reality, any potentially great client relationship takes time to explore and nurture, but most of the people who are likely to visit their sites in the first place are probably not clients, and even fewer of them are potentially great, read qualified clients. The rhetoric on many of these sites is painful. I was going to cite some specific examples, and then thought better of it. I want you to be inspired, not cranky. I also decided not to go on a rant about quasi-proprietary bullshit processes and methodologies that are probably no different from yours, except you just haven't branded them yet. What is lacking, in my oh-so-humble opinion, is humanity, a human point of view, a real voice of a real person or persons talking to me. Just once, I wish a design firm would speak in the first person. If the owner doesn't want to be thought of as the only designer in the studio, then they should have each of the designers write something, and hire me to edit. If nothing else, this will give potential clients a sense of the intelligence and wit of the people they might actually work with. Personally, I prefer the documentary voice, a third-party approach that is potentially even more powerful if a credible third party is doing the speaking. If I were Bruce Mau, I would ask Rem Koolhaas to talk about my firm's philosophy. If I were Stefan Sagmeister, I would ask Lou Reed to describe my company.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.